Hey guys, it's Jordan here with Koda's Canine Academy. I love Hershey. What we're going to be doing today is talking about settling in regards to service dogs. So it's one of the most underrated things I think that people think about when training a service dog and how much work really goes into it. So starting to work on these exercises as soon as possible is going to be to your benefit. Um, One thing about settling that people don't consider is that 9 times out of 10, you're trying to tuck your dog into a very small or confined space. Service dogs are not supposed to be obtrusive to the public whatsoever. So, anytime you're going out to eat or anything like that, your service dog should be tucked underneath you out of the way. A lot of dogs aren't necessarily comfortable with this, especially if they get introduced to it like later on. It kind of feels like they like can't protect you, right? They're just like tucked under there, whatever. So especially for a dog that we're teaching like to essentially be obsessed with us and read our body language, it can be difficult. So the other problem is there's constantly going to be people walking by them, dropping food on the floor or whatever, and the dog just has to stay put. Essentially, they have to stay tucked out of the way and ignore everything, period. So, how we're going to do this at first is we're just going to take our treats. Obviously, I'm going to give him a little bit of room, but if you have a dog that's really fearful or like doesn't really like the confined space, you're more than welcome to start a little bit further back, right? You might have to start out by just lowering them under the table, giving them a treat as they do it, and letting them go right out. So what that would look like is like this. Hershey. Good boy. Come on. Good boy. So I'm just going to lower him under the table just like that. Bring him out to the other side. Do it again. Good boy. Come on. So obviously Hershey already knows what the angle is here. So once they're comfortable just coming under the table, just like you saw with Hershey. Come on. Come on. Hershey. That's my kitten Eloise. Nope, too far. This way. Come on. Hershey. Come on. Up. Come on. Stand. 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 He's a little confused right now. Come on. Around. Nope. Come on. Come on. Down. Good boy. Okay. So, once we're finally able to get them into the position, I think he was a little... Eloise. Excuse me, ma'am. Can you please get out of the way? Here. Those are for you. Or she leave it. Good boy. So that was a good example of me giving him a leave it. Obviously, Eloise is our distraction right now that we're working around. She's swatting at him. She's coming over here bothering him. And the longer that he stays down there, I'm just going to keep giving him a treat. I even threw some treats on the floor over there, told him to leave it. And that would be an example of like the exercise that you're going to have to do on the public access test, which is where they ignore food being dropped on the ground. So as you can see now, even though Hershey's under the table, he's still looking at me. Eloise is even over there attacking his tail as he wags. Boy. And he's just paying attention to me. As your dog gets better and better at this, obviously we're going to stay closer, so just tell him stay. Good boy. Good stay. Good boy. And slowly but surely, I'm just going to close him in. So he's pretty closed in already. There's not much further that I'm going to go here. But he's being a good boy. Eloise is still over there attacking the crap out of his tail. So once your dog is comfortable here, you're just going to move even slightly more close. And again, even though normally you might never want to sit like this at a table with your dog, like at home, obviously, we do want to work on this in a situation where they're comfortable because we really are getting pretty much right on top of them. I mean, his paws are intertwined with the chair and the legs, so he is trusting me a lot that I'm not going to hurt him right now. So we want to just make sure that they're comfortable in a comfortable environment before we start asking them to go under random items. However, if you're at home and you see like a desk or, tables, whatever you can practice tucking your dog underneath, the more experience they get, the better. So do it as much as you can, even if you don't sit there for a long time. Obviously, Hershey's being great, so I would want to keep rewarding him. When I'm rewarding a dog for settling, little side note, when I'm rewarding a dog for settling, notice how I'm not, good boy, oh my gosh, good boy. Like, I'm not getting super excited because I know you can't see his tail, but even when I did that, it started going a mile a minute, right? If I'm trying to teach a dog how to relax, I need to be relaxed. So I still want to tell him that he did a good job. Oh, good boy. Good boy. He was just readjusting. Good boy. Good boy. So if your dog did start to get up, obviously, I thought he was getting up. He wasn't. He was just moving around. Oh, now he is. But Hershey, good boy. Let's come over here. Good boy. Down. Good boy. I'm moving him a little further away from Eloise. I don't know if you can. That's what Hershey's dealing with right now. So, I figured I'd give him at least a little bit more space. Now you can see his cute, adorable face. Obviously, right now he's looking for another treat, but that's good because that means that he's not paying attention to anything else. He's just paying attention to me, which is exactly what we want. If you have any questions about settling or how to start working on it, don't hesitate to reach out. And also, don't get frustrated if you don't get it right away. Like I said, settling is one of the hardest things and one of the longest things that it will take. One of the hardest things to perfect. Oh my goodness, I am so sorry. It's one of the hardest things to perfect when you're working with a service dog because there's going to be so many different environments. Oh, goodness gracious. She's wild, I'm telling you. There's going to be so many different situations and environments where you're going to be asking your dog to settle, and it is just important that they are able to do so no matter what. So start practicing. Let your dog know that it's okay to chill. You'll be good to go. Thanks, guys.